Brooklyn. What's up? How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. I know you're not a mom yet, right? You're not having a kid. Oh, hey, Martin. Happy Mother's Day to you. And thank you. Oh, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hang on. Oh, there goes my game being loud. Yes. I see you here, Brooklyn. Okay. Let's see what's going on. See, why do I feel so sad inside? And I'm having such a hard time letting go of things, of past things that hurt me. Okay, for Brooklyn Marie, why does she feel so sad inside and having such a hard time letting go of past things that hurt her? For Brooklyn, it's too many cards. Whoa. It's looking like there's a lack of communication. I'm seeing a lack of communication on your part, a lack of communication with the people that you care about. I'm also seeing a lack of communication with yourself, a lack of communication with your higher self, even. Okay, it's looking like there's something that you need to be finding out, but you might be scared to find out about it. There's some information that you need to get, but you're scared or you're worried about getting that information because you feel like it's going to turn your life upside down or it's going to turn things topsy turvy. Okay. Having such a hard time letting go of past things that hurt you, you need some closure. You haven't actively gone to get that specific closure. Okay. Interesting. You got the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So the underlying energy of why you're feeling this way is because there's an action that needs to be taken. There's something that you need to specifically be doing. I'm seeing this as a physical action, but I'm also seeing this as movement, and I'm seeing it also as mental action. Okay, like a conversation that needs to be had, or a step that you need to actually take towards getting some closure. I'm seeing you like this, and it looks like it may be accusatory, and you may be feeling sad because you don't want to accuse somebody of something, or you don't want to make assumptions or get upset or say the wrong thing, and then they come back. I'm seeing like gaslighting, or them making you feel like, oh no, you're wrong, or oh, that's not true, even though you feel that it's true. Okay. um it's looking like there's a lot of energy that's pent up inside of you. I'm feeling a tightness in your heart chakra. I'm also feeling a little dissonance, like in your solar plexus chakra. It doesn't feel tight or wrong. It feels like it's actually an overactive solar plexus chakra. And believe me, that's possible. Okay. Overactive chakras. Uh, the overactive energy is that of giving yourself away too much in a certain direction, not having very strong boundaries. Okay, and that not having strong boundaries has allowed people and other energies in, and has allowed them to hurt you. Not that you're doing it on purpose. There's a lot of things that just get out of balance and we don't notice it. Okay. But it's looking like these are some of the reasons why you're feeling so sad inside, and why you're having a hard time letting go of past things, because of boundaries that you haven't kept, and that you haven't been true to. And also you need to come correct to somebody, because it's looking like you need an answer. and not just an answer to this question, but you need an answer from somebody specific. Is this an answer from a masculine, from a male figure? It's looking like you need some kind of answer and you're just not getting it because you're scared of what the answer will be or what their reaction will be. Go get that answer, no matter what. Go get that answer from them. Okay, get yourself some closure. Okay, this is how you will be able to let go of these past things that hurt you. And if you can't go to that person or go to that situation or go to that job, then there is a way to go to it timelessly. You write about it, you get it out, you buy a stuffed animal and pretend that stuffed animal is that person, and you tell that stuffed animal person exactly how you feel. Okay. Um, Let me know how it feels. Okay, because I feel your energy. It's very heavy, and it's okay. I'm okay. I'm just the messenger here. But um yeah, it feels like this is something that's like it's clearly weighing down on you, and there's a tightness. Okay, so release that tightness. Use green aventurine if you do crystals. um Definitely use some rose quartz. Okay, carry your rose quartz everywhere to help you with forgiveness and letting go, and unconditional love. Okay, green aventurine as well helps with that kind of stuff. It also helps with abundance, and it doesn't just have to be like monetary abundance, like abundance in health, and abundance in being who you are, having an abundance of me, not me, but having an abundance of yourself, growing an abundance of yourself. I don't know what to say to this person because they do gaslight me and manipulate me and blame me for everything. It made me feel like I'm a bad person, feel like I'm stuck in a cage. Okay. Still talk to them. And this is going to be one of those moments where it'll be it it will be almost like a test of standing in your courage and standing in your power. You're gaslighting me. You're making me feel this way. Okay, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. Okay, you've said it before. But you're trying to make me feel this certain way, and I don't like it. You don't have to stand for it, Brooklyn, because that's abuse. Okay, that gaslighting is abuse. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist or a psychologist. Make sure that you're connected with those people. Everything I'm saying is straight from Sarah. But what I know, I mean, even me being in therapy, okay, what I know is that gaslighting is abuse. Manipulation is abuse, especially when it's manipulating like, oh, you are making me do this, or this is your fault because, or oh no, that's not what that is. Like, okay, I know what you're gonna say. Go and talk to that person. Either sit down with them or come up to them. I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna say that this, and this, but how I feel is this, and this. And you're not gonna sit here and try to make me feel another way. No, nope. I'm not standing for it anymore. Okay. And if you're in a situation, if you're like locked into a lease with this person, is this like, or locked into some kind of contractual agreement with this person, then there's ways out of that too. And do go get as much support as you can. Okay, because I personally, it's a personal thing. I personally do not stand for domestic abuse, and I do not stand for somebody um staying in an abusive situation. There are many resources. If you, and I know that but I have to go to the left with this, okay? Because I've just dealt with so much of domestic abuse in my life. It's just ridiculous, and I don't want people in that situation. Okay, so If you need a safe place to talk about it, email me and I can find you some stuff. We can look up stuff in your state and we can find you some stuff. If you have a support system at home, if your family can help you, cool. Go to them. Okay? Don't stand for it. Do not allow yourself to stand for that kind of stuff. Okay? I can never say how I feel without things being twisted and me being made out to be the bad guy. They cut me off every time I talk. Give them an ultimatum. Okay? And if they have control of your money, if they have control of your housing, if they have control of your schedule, if they have control of how much food you can eat, like that's when you that's when it's an emergency. Okay? Because if they cut you off every time you talk, there should be something that you can say. Let me talk or you can't use the car anymore. Let me talk or I'm taking you off of my bank account. Let me talk or I'm telling your mom about the time that you crashed her car and I told you that I wouldn't tell her. You need to give that person an ultimatum. And if you can't, once again, if you can't, then okay, all right. And then you go and you get yourself some help. Okay. You go to there's so many websites. Okay. This is the only thing I can direct you to. Okay. Either give them an ultimatum, they need to listen to you, or else, or you need to just go behind their back and get some help. Okay. That's what I can offer. You're welcome, baby. And it's okay. You stay strong. You stay strong. If you need any kind of resources, if you just need a safe place to email and talk, okay, please email me, please. And I will take time out of my day to sit down and find some resources in your state, in your city, wherever you're at, with you and for you, okay? Because gaslighting can turn into anything, unfortunately. Verbal abuse, mental abuse can turn into a domestic abuse. It can turn, I mean, it can, because that is domestic abuse, it can turn into physical abuse. Pull another card for this. Yeah, let me know what you know what question do you have? Okay. Oh, my eyes. Oh no, you didn't make me upset. You didn't make me upset. My eyes are just burning because I'm tired. Oh, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about these same stupid. Sorry, they're just notifications. News notifications. Okay. Okay, for Brooklyn, what will Brooklyn's life look like if she stays down this path? The future. Let's get into the future spirit. What will Brooklyn's future look like if she stays down this path? Okay. The Page of Cups. If you stay down this path, is there something wrong with you, first and foremost? No. And that's the answer that I give to everybody. You have to look within yourself to learn if that's true. Because what is really wrong? Okay. It's only wrong if you're doing damage to yourself or damage to someone else. Okay. Um, Page of Cups. Hey, Love Chastity. Page of Cups. What will your life look like if you stay down this path? Emotional risk. And I'm seeing like emotional hesitation, even. Okay. There will be a lot of offerings that come to you, but you won't know where to take them. You don't know how to take them. You'll probably become very paranoid, um, and worried and wary about everybody. You'll become kind of cagey. You said you felt like you were stuck in a cage. You'll probably become more cagey. You'll probably make a lot of assumptions and take what people are saying at to another level when it's like, oh wait, no, I just said I I like your shoes. That didn't mean that I want your shoes. Please don't put your shoes back on. I don't need. Okay, it's looking like there would probably be an energy of you going to the extreme. Like if somebody glances at you and then kind of looks away, maybe they were just nervous because you're so pretty. But I can see, why are you staring at me? Like, why did you look away really quick? Like, are you working for the government? And just take the symbols as they resonate, or did somebody tell you to watch me? Are you watching me? Okay. If you go down this path, if you continue down this path, okay. Underlying energy. Yeah, that makes sense because I was just thinking about this card. The Four of Cups. Once again, cagey and very, very introverted. And if you're already an introvert, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert, but closed off, isolated, emotionally isolated, even when there are people coming to you and offering you positive and benevolent emotions. If you continue down this path, it'll be like, oh hey, I was wondering if you wanted to go out on a date. Oh no, no, no. Okay. All right. So but the good news is that there's a transformation that is available. There will always be a transformation that's available. Okay. Nothing's wrong with you. You just need to get out of this situation. Do everything that you can to get out of this situation. If you cannot talk to this person, because it sounds like they're kind of narcissistic and possibly, once again, a little abusive. It looks like it's not their fault, and the reason people abuse people is never really their fault unless they know it or have recognized it and they don't get help for it. Okay, once again, not a doctor, but yeah, it's not something wrong with you. You're just in a situation where you need to move away from it. You need to just get out of that situation. And I know it's like, oh well, how? Plenty of help. Okay. Let me know how it feels, Brooke. Chastity, I see you. Yeah, ask your question when you're ready. Oh, it's gonna be 90 degrees tomorrow, finally. It's been so cold here in my town. It's like, what is happening? Let's see for chastity. Would it be beneficial for chastity to move back home? Chastity, love chastity, love chastity, love chastity, love chastity, love chastity. Love chastity, love chastity. Would it be beneficial for love chastity to move back home? Beneficial for chastity to move back home. love chastity. Oh, love chastity. King of Cups. Yeah. Yes. And there's quite a bit packed in here. A little bit that spirit wants you to be surprised about. But it will be beneficial for you to move back home because you'll have something to offer. You'll have something to offer, and there is looking like there will be something that is offered to you as well. You'll be able to show. You'll be able to show your like I'm seeing you'll be able to show your emotional mastery, and you'll be able to show how much you've grown. I'm seeing you'll be able to show, share, and teach emotional intelligence back home. And that's something that the people back home really need from you. And it's looking like if you do go back home, you won't stay there forever. You won't stay there for long. You'll be going back to teach people a lesson, and then to move forward from that lesson. Wow, I didn't even see this. To teach the people either in your family or in your city or whatever a certain emotional lesson, and to teach them emotional mastery, like low key, so that you can move forward from that place. It's looking like going back home will be a stepping stone. Again, once again, you won't be there forever. Underlying energy is a magician, and so you're going to have a chance. Okay, and then you got the Fool right underneath. You got three major arcana that came out, and a high court card. Okay, so you're 22 on the clock. You got a lot of synchronicities going on right now. I even got the 1 and 5 and the 6. Okay, and the 6 stands for equality. Okay, so once you go back home, you'll have a chance to show people. You'll have a chance to share a certain equality with people, with the people there. Okay, and show them how to gain and find their own equality with themselves. Okay, this is going really deep, and try not to rack your brain like, how am I supposed to do this? This is all about going with the flow. That's another reason why the King of Cups came out. Okay, but with the Magician card on the bottom of the deck, from there you'll get to create. You'll have more tools, because once again, you're going to teach, but you're also going to learn something as well. There's an emotional lesson that you're going to be faced with when you get home, and the way that you handle it will prepare you for the future. Why do I keep seeing California? Like, are you going west? Like, I'm seeing you. Let me know how it resonates. But I'm seeing the symbol of you coming from the east. I'm seeing like North Carolina, and then you coming to the Midwest and going to Chicago and going to your family, and talking to them and teaching them, and so, and having, what in the world is it? Oh, it's tape. Oh, and having the lesson learned there. You teaching and learning the lesson there, and then you go into California and using what you've learned and using the experience that you've gained to create a new life for yourself, or to create something new for yourself. Okay, let me know. Um, Definitely surprised. I think about going back home to save money. I love Texas. Okay, you're studying Texas, but I can't afford it here. I've learned a lot about myself here, though. Yes. And so then you get to take what you've learned, back home. Emotional intelligence. Do you emotionally spend? Also, because it's looking like going back home. Of course, you'll be able to save money, like you said, and you'll also learn about either how you emotionally spend, or learn to be a little more frugal. Okay, with your spending. Okay, take it how it resonates. And yes, we learn about a lot about ourselves in places, but then when we go to the next place, we think that we got it all figured out. I just speaking from personal experience, we think we have it all figured out until another universal lesson comes, and either tests us or teaches us even more. There's always a deeper level. Okay, there's always another layer. There's always more to find out and learn. Okay. So yes, I do. But emotional spin. Yeah, me too. Me too. So you're not alone. Okay. But yeah. And so this going back home, and sometimes we have to backtrack a little bit. You got to backtrack, go back home and learn a little something, eat your mama's potato salad and mac and cheese, and and then move forward from there after you have your eat, pray, love moment. Texas definitely has taught me, just because you have it, you don't have to spend it. Yep. That's a super important lesson. I know that's something I've recently learned here as well. But yeah. So let's see how it goes, right? Let's see how going back home goes. Let's see. I think I saw another email from you, Brooklyn, darling. Let's see anything from spirit. I don't know what to do, because there is good in this person. I love them and their family, but there's been a lot that's hurt me too. That's Brooklyn. Anything from spirit, Brooklyn Marie. What will you have her know, spirit Marie? What will you have Brooklyn know? Brooklyn Marie. Brooklyn Marie, spirit. Brooklyn Marie now. Brooklyn now. Eight of Swords. Okay. Hey, Kitty. Brooklyn, Eight of Swords. Okay. The message here from Spirit is, whatever trap you feel like you're in, this is a perceived trap. Nobody is ever trapped. You're never trapped. Nobody is ever trapped. Just remember that. Okay. But the trap that you feel like you're in, you're not really there. I know it's just like, you're not really in a trap. There's a way out. There's a way out of every possible situation. There's a way out of good situations. Somebody says, look, I want to offer you this $1 million deal. If you feel like it's just not right for you, there's a way out of it. If somebody is abusing you and pushing you and goading you every day, there's a way out of it. Okay? That's the message from Spirit. Got an 8-8 synchronicity here. Okay? And this is also, yes, interesting. You got the 7 of Cups here. So you got 8-8 synchronicity here. That the 8 stands for building and destroying. Okay? So you're destroying old parts of how you used to think. This is what you should be focusing on. And you should be focusing on building up new interesting. You should be focusing on building up new ways to emotionally connect with yourself and with other people. Right underneath it, you got the Tower. It's time to start breaking this old paradigm down, because it feels like convenience. I'm hearing the word, possibly I'm hearing desperation. Take it how it resonates. I'm just the messenger. But I'm hearing I'm here out of convenience. Like, I stay here out of convenience. Like, if I leave, like, then what am I gonna do? Or who am I gonna? And it feels like, there's been some there's been something coming from the other end, like almost like, what would you do without me? Okay, and that's also abuse. But that's the advice from Spirit. There's always a way out, and it's time to start building up new emotional security and building that emotional security within yourself. It's time to tear this tower down. That what you're dealing with, this person that you've been dealing with, this is the old world, the old paradigm, and it's swiftly coming down. And you need to take your part in tearing it down. Okay. Let me know how it feels. Brooklyn. Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I'm good, kitty kitty. I feel like I'm not strong enough to deal with this. You are. You are. I'm not just saying that to be nice. Okay. But you are strong enough to deal with it. The universe does not give us anything that we can't handle. It really doesn't. Everything that is happening in your life, you can handle it and you can work through it. Sort of curls her ball and cry and not deal with any of it. Well, sit in your pain. That's a part of it. That's a part of healing. But you don't stay in your pain. You don't stay there forever. You sit in your pain and you go into that dark hole and you find the bottom. And then when you find the bottom, there's nowhere else to go. And then you're gonna look up and you're gonna start to see the light again. Okay? There's no telling when. There's no telling exactly how you're gonna see the light, or how it's gonna happen, or how the healing is gonna begin again. But healing is meant to happen after these dark moments. Observe your pain. That's always the advice for sitting in your pain and for these dark moments. Observe your pain. Where does this feeling come from? Where does this hurt come from? Am I really what that person said that I am? Do I really do what this person says that I do? Am I really this person, what this person says I am? And you think back to what you've been through and who you are and who you've grown to be. Okay. I'm not saying that you'll come out of it in an hour or in a day or in a week. Okay. Curl into your ball just for a little bit, but don't stay there. Remember, do not stay there. You're not meant to stay in that little ball. Because eventually you're going to get tired of being sad. 33:22 on the clock. Power refinement to begin again. Okay. Power refinement in order to find knowledge of self. 33:33 on the clock. Okay. So understand that you are meant to go higher and to come out of this ball. Okay. You're so very welcome, Brooklyn. Okay. Believe me, boo boo. I know how it feels. I've literally been there. Like, literally. Maybe not in the exact same situation, but I've been there where it's like, oh my God, like, why is this person treating me like this? Why did this happen to me? What did I do wrong? Like, I've been there. And you're never meant to stay there. Build and destroy. That's the 8. Destroy, build, destroy, build, destroy. I'm Pisces too, so I feel everything so hard, right? and it's just like, what? Like the whole world, like I do it. Okay. But you can do it, Brooklyn. You can definitely do it. I love you. I believe in you. Let's see what you need, baby. I see you, kitty kitty. Let's see. I love you too, Brooklyn. You can do it. And if you ever need to cheer up, just remember me doing this. You can do it. You can do it. Wow, you can make it through. Let's see. For Katie K, been a wild couple of months. The veil seems thin. It's hella thin, girl. Oh my gosh. So our tree was like talking to me. Like a tree was like just talking to me, and I'm like, okay. Like, and then I literally heard, like, I was translating the conversation of these two birds. It's crazy, dude. I feel like I've been asked to contact my guides. How best did they recommend to? Okay, she do. Okay, for Katie, how should Katie contact her guides? How should Katie K contact her guides? What's the best way for Katie K to contact her guides? How best for Katie K to contact her guides? How best for Katie K to contact her guides? Guys, how best for Katie K to contact you? 10 of Pentacles out in the community. Okay. I'm saying we are the world out in the community, out with people you trust in your community. And I was like, how do I do that to contact my guides? Because your guides are all around you. Okay. And yes, we are talking about your spiritual guides, but we and you're a Pisces too, right? But it's about time to get more grounded. This is a message that has been coming through really strong for just the collective, but strong for a lot of people too, especially Pisces. Okay. It's time for us to get more grounded. And this is how you're going to contact your guides, through people, because earth angels are a real thing. And I'm seeing you like out. What is this, like on a metro, or like just out walking? I keep seeing you near like a metro line. Do you like live near a metro line? Okay. And you talking to people, chatting it up with people. I'm seeing like 3 people that you come into contact with. They may be in a group. And in particular, there's one that looks like this Caucasian brown-haired man in a white t-shirt and jeans, and he like might be like a hippie. It looks like he's like smoking a cigarette or smoking a joint. I don't know. But he has a message for you. It's looking like all 3 of them have an energetic message for you, but he has a verbal message for you. Queen of Swords, nurture communication. Okay. That's how you're going to contact your guides. Guides are coming in the form of physical experiences now. Not only, but a lot of these experiences are still going to be etheric and energetic. But your guidance is going to come through a person. Okay. Let me know how it feels. Okay, I understand this 100%. I just took the train today. Good. I'm so glad I asked. Good. Yes. See if you run into this person over the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay? Because this is Mercury retrograde that we're about to marry. Okay. When is the Mercury retrograde? 2022, May. Sorry, I thought I usually have this up. Let's see. Oh, Mercury. See, I don't even notice this stuff anymore. Mercury goes retrograde on Tuesday, the 10th. Okay. So of course, KDK, over the next couple of weeks, you got Mercury. And it's not just a bad thing, and about Mercury retrograde. Hey, Danny, about Mercury retrograde, right? So, yeah, there's some communication coming in over the next couple of weeks. Try not to get caught up in the illusions. Okay, like, oh, that person looks like they might be trouble, or or they look like they might steal my purse, or they look like they might talk my ear off. Like, okay, try not to get caught up in those kinds of illusions. Okay, baby, my baby. Hallelujah. He's one of my questions and save 2. Okay, for sure. Now, let me just put that here on the list. Okay. Current healing. Get some ice cream and let it out. Yes. Did my ex-key have any children while we were involved? Okay. 4. BB. Mercury retrograde coming. Yes, I've been wondering. Yes, we have been over for over 5 years. Did X Kai or Key Kai? I don't know his name. Kai. Did did BB's ex have any children while they were involved? BB. Did her ex Kai have any children while they were involved? Did ex Kai have any children while him and BB were involved? BB. For BB. Did her ex Kai have any children while they were involved? For BB. Ten of Swords. Rebirth card. Everything is fine. Okay. It's a brushing card on the bottom of the deck. 10-10 synchronicity. Okay. Knowledge eternal. And so it doesn't look like it. All right, with the Ten of Swords or rebirth of the mind, and one certain mindset is you're used to one certain mindset, and so there's a different mindset that's coming in by way of hard work that one has done, and hard work that one has suppressed, and letting this hard work out. Anyway, I mean, I'm just speaking through the symbols, but like no, it doesn't look like they had any children while the two of you were involved. Okay. Yeah. Well, it doesn't now. It doesn't look like it. Let me know how it feels. Trying to finish clearing up X's and the slap they brought. FTO, welcome, newness, freshness and new love, and new eggplant. Exactly. Let's see if binaural beats help or chakra balancing beats. Especially reads not me, it's you, right? Originally 2 days. They got for these for the ability to play these back. The love trees, yeah. Resetting my thinking helped me. Every time I have a negative thought like trapped, I would say the opposite, and solutions started coming. Yes. Yes. Yep. Reframing helps. I know reframing has helped me a lot over the past couple of years. Also, I loves birds. Oh my goodness! Can I please tell you about this? Can I please tell you about? Hang on a second. Told you in a second. So the trees feel like they're trying to shame me, and also getting gifts, healing, and you talk about your experiences. Oh, so the translations, yeah, no problem. Any ex is coming back. It's Mercury retrograde. Brings them back sometimes, and then they gone until the next one. I'm glad they haven't resurfaced the last few Mercury retrogrades. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of my exes anymore. Like, I have 0 exes. I had two long-term relationships that I had been in, but exes don't come back to me anymore. Woohoo! Thank you. Well, he still sucks. Right, exactly. Okay. Yeah. The go with what you're feeling. Go with what you're feeling when you're like your tree guides and your nature guides are speaking to you. Just go with what you're feeling, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you like, whatever you're drawn towards, of course, that's what's happening. Okay, so if you feel like you're being initiated by the trees, then there's an initiation coming. Okay, are they opening up to you? Are they speaking to you more or speaking to you in a different way? Okay, go with that. Okay. Um, Also getting gifts and healing are rapidly coming through for all of humanity. They're over and over again. We're going through all of these cycles. We go through the cycles of highs and the cycles of lows in order for our gifts to manifest. And they're coming out of our DNA at a much quicker pace than they used to. Okay, manifestation is happening at a much quicker pace than it used to. Okay. And don't be surprised if you find yourself going through a certain cycle where you have to learn things like you go through cycle with your classmates. Like, oh, every time I go into group, this happens, or every time we do a group project, this happens. And maybe I need to learn this. Okay, instead of reacting and interacting this way, maybe I need to react and interact in a different way. Okay, and so that's just an example about the cycles of gifts. And then when you interact and react in a different way, that's when something sparks in your DNA, and then those gifts are pushed out even more. Okay. Um, yeah, I did want to tell you about this conversation that these two little birds were having. I think they were sparrows. I didn't see them. It just got really quiet in my house, and I just was sitting there just kind of listening, and I was listening deep, and then like there was like this interpretation happening, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And I had an experience like this before, but uh these birds, I was like just feeling into the vibration. And we had a pretty long winter here. It was cold up until like a couple about a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. It was like really cold. I think a few days ago it was like 30 degrees, Fahrenheit, and it was just ridiculous. And anyway, these birds were like, I heard them talking about flowers. Like, where are the flowers? And they were like, the grass is here. Like, we've got the grass, but we don't have the flowers. It's so cold. Like, are the flowers going to come? They're like, it was like this really spunky bird. He was talking to his little friend, and he was like a bird that you know, that friend where that friend who talks like talks, and then you barely get a word in edgewise, But this was that bird, and he was like, I'm thinking about flying southwest, and I heard and I saw like a vision of like plains, like the Great Plains, and even the Southwest, and kind of dry and arid, environment. He was like, I think about flying Southwest. I heard birds talking about that, and I guess he was kind of encouraging his little bird friend, like, come on, we should do it. Like, let's go on an adventure. And the other little bird was like, I'm scared. And he was like, you're scared of everything. You got to be brave. It was so cute because like I was just sitting there like just listening, and I take my whole life as a meditation now. Like, going into meditation, I don't do that so much anymore, but like I will just sit and just get really quiet and listen to the sounds around me, and listen to whatever spirit just kind of presents to me. And I was just, my mind was like empty, and I just heard this whole little conversation. It was so adorable. It was like, yeah, we should try it. We should fly southwest. And he was like, I'm scared. He was just, because okay, it kind of sounded like this. It was like tweet, 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 like, and you get like you hear just this other vibration, because different birds have different vibrations, just like humans, they have different souls. And you're like, tweet, 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 tweet. We should do it. We should fly southwest. I'm scared. You're scared of everything. You got to be brave. And it was so cute. Sorry, I can't get over that experience because it was so adorable, and it was so relevant. And I was sitting there the whole time, and me and my twin, we're like telepathically connected. We're like immediately connected. He hears my world, I hear his world, and he was like, is this like, are we really hearing this conversation? I was like, I think so. These little birds. Um, let's see. Let's see. It doesn't look like my exes are exes. I think I already exactly. Hey, bunny. I'm going through that with a group project right now. There the problems going on in the class, and then it's like a cycle that you're going through, Danny. Um, okay, loves birds chirping. Yes, it's the polar vortex that's here in the U.S. Yes. Oh, seriously, where are the flowers? Right. And he was like genuinely confused. Like if you lose your keys, like, where are my keys? Like, he's like, where the flowers at? Like, this is supposed to be the normal thing that happens. Seriously, oh, please, over with the birds. I hear them having meetings. It was the same time last year. It was like the town crier telling the other birds what the messages from the universe were. Oh my gosh, so sweet. Wow, did it sound like English? Yeah. I heard them like English, and one had a Chinese accent. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. And I mean, they come from everywhere. And so that one may have flown from China, or may have been raised by Chinese birds and went off on his own. Don't make me start reading on the birds. Because it happens, because the messages are coming through. I've been sitting here, y'all, for like the past month, like, Spirit, what are you, like, what? Like, what? And Spirit's like, this is the message that's happening. And they're like, do this and say this and look, and this person, and say this to this person. And I'd be like, oh my God. Like, and I just follow what Spirit is saying. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, you just told me. And then they said, like, and Spirit's like, yeah, like, and I'm like, oh my God. It's strangely wonderful and beautiful, right? Getting in touch with Spirit, with God, with the universe. Amazing, yeah. It's fantastic. What was the end of the conversation? I think that was the end because I got like really excited, and then I kind of came out of my little trance, my little spaciness, and then I started talking to my twin, like, oh my God. And so the end of the conversation was basically, you got to be brave, and yeah, he was like, you're scared of everything. You got to be brave. And then that's what I was like, are we really hearing this? It was great. When you said the tweet, I'm scared. Well, that's it. The whole song. Poor baby. He was like really worried. The little one, whoever he was talking to. I didn't go to see Miguel this weekend. I feel like I needed to give him safe. Okay, good. How's he feel about me? All 3 cards. Okay, yes. Let's see. Don't birds feed off flowers, or at least some? Yeah, they're pollinators. Yep, and one was Cockney. So you're hearing like the specific dialects and stuff. It's amazing, and he just sounded kind of spunky. He's like, he didn't have like a Chicago or New York accent, but his energy was kind of like, his energy was like kind of scrappy, like come on. We had to follow orders. Yes. Okay, we're gonna get into your energy, bunny. Well said, Birdie. You had to be brave. Exactly. If I see a black crow, I know it's my uncle in spirit. Robins or cardinal are my great grandmas. I love seeing cardinals around. I talk to the birds sometimes. Yes, they're really good totems and really good spirit guides. I love seeing the cardinals. The cardinals have a very royal. So your great grandma must have a royal energy and a royal air about her, because cardinals represent royalty. Okay, and standing up taller and being more of your true higher self. And she the trees is like, they're saying we are all here together, and like trying to charge my heart so I could feel them all like people. I was talking to a tree. I'm so sorry, Bunny, but I got to get through this. I was talking to a tree, and there's actually a specific tree in my backyard, and I just hug it all the time. I was like, I love you. And he was like, oh, thank you. I was like, okay, I love you too. And I love these hugs. I was like, oh my God. And then there was this other tree that me and my son were walking, and I hugged it, and we both kind of hugged the tree. And my son was like, I'm gonna take this flower. And I was like, wait, you have to ask the tree. And I said, ask the tree if you could take the flower. And he said, can I have a flower? And we paused. And I was like, okay, maybe the tree doesn't want you to take it. And the tree's like, take it. You can have it. It'll grow back. I was like, oh my God. So we took one. And then my son was like, I want to take another one. I was like, wait, don't take another one. And then I was like, let's just leave the tree alone. And the tree was like, take another one. It's okay. It'll grow back. I was like, Just like feeling the energy, and trees are just so like chill. I mean, they have to be because they stay in one spot for a long ass time, you know? And so she was mad chill. It was a girl tree. She was like, it's okay, it'll grow back. Like a hippie. It was so she was the redhead to your great grandmother. Nice. Always ask. My brother told me that. Yeah. Loves your son. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I have to teach him to respect because he like there was this one time he like pulled some leaves off of a tree. I was like, oh my gosh, like did you ask for that? He was like, what? And this was when he was younger. He was like, okay, let me put it back. I was like, you can't put it back. You have to apologize now. Okay. Bunny. Playboy bunny. Playboy bunny. Playboy bunny. Let me check because I haven't even looked at it email. Playboy bunny. Playboy for bunny being crazy. You silly. Let's do this and this and this. And this. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Playboy bunny. Born. Playboy bunny. Bunny. Oh my god. Is that how you're feeling? Oh no. I lost a card. Ah. Let's move. Definitely some selenite. Definitely some rose quartz under your pillow tonight. Playboy bunny. Playboy bunny. Celestite will also help. Playboy bunny. That'll be a lot of shuffling for you. Playboy bunny. Playboy bunny. Okay, one more. How's Miguel feeling about Bonnie? How's Miguel feeling about Bonnie's spirit? Miguel feeling about Bunny. Ten of Wands is a suppression card. I'm just kind of holding myself back, even though like I've done like all this work, and I know that there's more work to do if I get into this emotional situation. I know there's going to be more work to do. I really don't want to be isolated. I really don't want to be heartbroken, but I know that I should take some kind of risk. I know I should kind of jump into the unknown, and the only way that I'm going to figure out if I'm okay and if I can have feelings for somebody again is if I just jump in there, if I just go forward and try to get with this person and try to connect with this person. He's also feeling like he wants to take a physical step towards you. He feels like he's ready to take a physical step. He just needs to figure out what that step is. Okay, and of course the Ace of Pentacles moves slow, and this is the beginning of moving slow. This is the beginning of him like really starting over again, because he's used to like moving fast in relationships. Okay, but yes, pertaining to how he's feeling about you specifically. Okay, he's feeling like there's a lot of pressure here, but I I have to be mature about this. I'm saying I have to be the bigger person about this. Okay, and I have to do me for me. Okay, I don't want my past and what I've been through to get in the way of how I feel. To get in the way that he's still doing healing. Okay, so I know that this is like, but how does he feel about me? He's still doing healing all for himself. Okay. Let's see the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. This is actually a good sign. Okay. because since he's having like kind of these illusory thoughts and feelings and like almost like worries about the past, and he's doing his best to like follow his intuition, but he's just not sure because he's worried that the past is going to sneak up on him. He's got this underlying energy of wanting to get closer to the goddess, wanting to get closer to somebody who takes care of themselves. Okay, and it's looking like he's also got some kind of low vibration feelings, and it's like, oh, it's just egotistical sexual feelings that he's having towards you, and it's almost like he's trying to keep those at bay for now. But in a nutshell, how he's feeling, he feels like the pressure is on. But I've reached a place where I can date again, but I'm looking over the ledge and seeing like there's going to be a lot of work for me to do. I'm mature enough to do this work. I'm mature enough to come towards her and to say what I need to say, and to connect the way that I need to connect. But I'm gonna take it slow. Is she feeling the way about me what I'm feeling about her? Is kind of the illusion, okay? And I know that you're like, I'm showing you, but sometimes people just don't know. Okay, sometimes people are like, you could be holding up a sign that says, "I really, really super like you, Miguel," and then he's like, I mean, she's standing in my restaurant holding this sign with my name on it, but is she talking about me, Miguel? Because there is a dude who works in the back neighborhood. Okay, so so he's still trying to wrap his head around like, is she really like into me? Like, would she like me? Would she accept me for me? Okay, let me know how it feels. Um, let's see. Hey, Ricky. Um, let's see. He's a boss, my son. Yeah. OMG, read the trees. Yes, they really like being seen. Yes. I take photos with them and they love our attention. They love hugs, you know? And I mean, I know tree hugging is like such an old concept, you know, but we gotta do it. I mean, they're the reason we're breathing. I mean, you know, kinda. They just they only give us oxygen. Like, you know. Um, I take photos with them, and by the way, and they pose seriously. Oh yeah. I dance with their spirits sometimes. They like Beyonce. That is so sweet. Yes. But it's funny because my tree in my backyard, uh, for the longest time, it's got it's like got this kind of curve in one of its limbs, and then it's got all these branches that kind of hang down, that over my head, and I go through the backyard to like go to the street and go to the store and stuff, and uh it it I, it used to like I used to think like, oh my god, it's in the way, like, you know, before I created a relationship with it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, these branches are in the way." And every time I would go by, it would like kind of snag my hair. Like the branches and the leaves would like kind of snag my hair. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like like move." But um uh e- e- ever since like I think a couple of years ago is when I kind of started like, you know, because I got curious about how it was budding in the springtime, and I would just go up to it and I would look at its little buds on that specific branch that always snagged my hair, and I like just kind of put my face on the branch, and I would like I stroke the branch, you know, and I just connect with it, and yeah, and so now it's like this tree has been posing like for a specific reason, like almost like trying to get my attention. Okay, because for the longest time I was just like, okay, tree, you're a tree. And then I like looked at it, I noticed it. I'm gonna have to like put a picture up of it because it's such a beautiful tree. It's got like little fairy steps on it. Have you know what fairy steps are? They're like little, it looks like little notches, like a little stairs, you know, little notches poking out of its bark, you know, out of its trunk, and it curves around, and so it's like a little fairy tree. And so I hug that tree as often as I can. I hug it when I'm feeling sad or when I'm feeling lonely. And that tree is just like, hmm. She said they like Beyonce. That is so cute. Take the risk. Um, uh, with his fight. So we talk about Miguel. Peace, Ricky. Come on, Miguel, with the get the hand, Miguel, with the full grading simply. That's meant for you with a big sign. Miguel, I really, really like you and also want to date you and possibly have your babies. He's like, you, Miguel. And he's like me? Like, okay. I know it says my name, but like, really? Uh, fuck. That part, Miguel. Literally our guardians, the trees. Yes, exactly. Uh, hey, hi, Imani. Um, tree hugging is real, right? They only give it oxygen. I mean, they're only creating an environment for us to live. I'm about to curse him out, then make out with him. Whatever works, but take it slow with him. Take it slow because he needs that. It'll be worth it. Taking it slow for him, taking it slow with him, and not giving up on him, and not like moving on. I'm seeing returning to him, retrograde. Remember, Bunny. The retrograde is all about the re's. Okay. Um. Yes, they try and stop uh us to heal our energies. Yes, getting our attention to heal our energies, and we're just like, hey, man. Like, I feel so bad that like a few years, like I think like maybe 4 years ago, I got a branch cut off, not off of my tree, but a branch cut off in the back because it was affecting my internet line. And I hated that. And so then I got new internet that didn't require a whole cable to be put in, and so I'm glad I did that because like I felt so bad about cutting off a branch. And I mean, I had to get it cut off because my internet was buffering. And after it got cut off, that it my internet was working better again. But I was like, I can't with this. Like this cable business, like, why are we cutting off branches when they were here first? We put up all these cables and lines and stuff. You know what I hate seeing, and I mean, it's cool because I love that the tree is still there, but like I hate seeing like a whole tree with all of its limbs cut off, and it's just like this big tall stump, like a tall stump with no leaves, no branches, nothing. I can't stand seeing it. It's like you might as well just cut the whole tree down instead of humiliating it, you know. Um, uh, to heal our energies. I want to clean my sacral. Low branches that wave the bad stuff away. They are doctors. Yes. Oh, wow. I use my Instagram to spread awareness, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to. If you're asking the tree, if you could take pictures, and it's like, yeah, please, by all means. Just like I do the same. I'm the same way with my crystals because some of my crystals really don't like being on camera. They're just like, oh God, like I'm taking in too much because they're very sensitive beings, And they're alive. You guys know that crystals are alive, but yeah, I'll ask my crystals, and some of my crystals are like, oh yeah, girl, show me off, and then other crystals are like, no, please, and I'm like, okay, hey. I'll get a reading from you next month about this. About Instagram. Hey. Um, I recall that the tree and your internet, yes. I'm sure that tree forgives you, yeah. And I haven't asked it for forgiveness because it's in like a kind of a sketchy part of my backyard. Not that, not that it's sketchy like in an alley with drug dealers back there. Not like that, but like it's in it's just in this odd kind of brambly part of my backyard, and I have to see if I can reach it so that I can hug it, and ask it for forgiveness, and just make sure I give it some attention, right. Gee, I haven't seen a tree like that. I think I would have to. Oh my gosh, it's nerve wracking. It's uncomfortable. Like whenever I see stuff like that, it's like it's like seeing it's uncomfortable. Like seeing a dog with no tail, or like seeing a dog with their 111 on the clock, like seeing a dog with their ears clipped. You know how some people will like literally cut a dog's ears just so that they're in a certain shape. Ugh, that is so uncomfortable for me. It's like cringeworthy. It's like that's not natural. Like ooh, like that's. Or like seeing a squirrel that's like gotten some of its bushy tail I don't know, like snipped off by probably by like a predator or by getting clipped by a car, like just seeing something out in nature that has unnaturally been affected like by humans. Um what is that? No, not okay, exactly. Trees are Wi-Fi. They told me we are meant to gather around them at equinox and receive advice for the year. Très intéressant. I'm gonna do that around the solstice. You said equinox. Okay, so spring and fall, right? Okay, I have to remember to do that. Yes, they want me to take photos. I always ask. Yes, I'm gonna have to take that message as well. Take it slow. I'm like zoomies. All right. Like all right. Let's get married. Me too. Me too. Me too, BB. And it's funny because my Mercury is in Gemini, and so as far as like talking and communicating like with my twin, like he's a Taurus, and so he's just like, hey man, like let's just take our time, baby. And I'm like, okay, I know, but like what's next? Like what do we do next? And like what like what's the next step? Like where do you think we're supposed to? And he's like, just relax. And I'm like, okay, I relax for a minute. Like, like, can we talk about this again? um, they don't mind being pruned. They just need to know beforehand and why. Yes, and I didn't communicate that. Like, I'm feeling like a little bit emotional about that because I didn't at that time. Because at that time I was just like, okay, whatever. It's a tree. Like, no, they get scared. They will be cut down. Yes, the trees in my park call me when the surgeon comes. They worry. Oh, but pruning is fine. Yeah, because they know, right? They know what a chainsaw looks like, and they know what when the surgeons come. Man, I'm sure they're just like, I mean, if we get cut down, I mean, that's just cutting us off. Like, and then it leaves us with just this little bit of stump. And yeah, our soul is still kind of there in the roots, but there's no guarantee that we're actually going to grow back because usually when they cut us down and then leave a stump, 9 times out of 10, they dig us up and then we don't have enough time to grow back into a tree because they can grow from a stump. They can grow. They can grow little branches off of that stump, and then they can continue to grow if you let them stay there for hundreds of years, decades and centuries. A tree stump will grow back. But 9 times out of 10 it gets dug up you know or it just takes a long time. And they're like, oh, we spent so much time doing this, and not like, oh, not mad, but like we spent so much time growing and now we're this. It is a sad moment, but they're present. That's the beautiful thing about trees. They're present, but they know that that's cutting off a part of their life force. you know. But pruning is fine. Yes, or a declawed cat. Yeah, that's like pulling off, like that's like not just cutting the nails, but like pulling the nails out. Like that'd be like somebody like literally like just taking your whole nail off. That makes me sad. Interesting. Mercury is Gemini's ruling planet. I know, right? Um, at the time I needed you to have a functioning internet. Is that when my internet was like wonky? Tree forgive us. Loves the tree channeling. Yeah. Yeah. They do worry. They're a lot like us. Hey, Diamond Bay. Okay, so my thing about super chats, getting a reading with super chat, and I'm sorry to be this way, but and this is why I usually prefer people to do PayPal or Cash App. But what's it called? YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. And so I have to ask for the extra what is it, like $1.50 fee? Hey Diamond, uh yeah, I have to ask people to send an extra $1.50 to cover the 30% that they that YouTube takes out. I think it's super chat guidelines. Yeah, it's an extra $1.50. Okay. And so sorry. But and I hate talking about it. But I mean, if when people send super chats just for tip or just for whatever fun, that's cool. But yeah, okay. Um, but I will pull your card here. Um, just talk to them, assure them. Do you read the stump? Yes, I didn't know that, but I hate seeing the stumps. I'll talk to the stumps, yes, because they need love too. Because those roots are still there, okay, and they're still growing, and they're still willing to grow and have another experience, um, uh, growing large and tall. I wonder if they need their souls crossed over so they don't have to stay. That's a good question. I think, and it look spirits like yeah, some of them do. Okay, some of them want to stay there and grow, but then some of them do need to cross over. Okay, because there are some that it's looking like some will start to rot when they feel like it's their time or they feel like they don't need to grow anymore. Some will start to rot in the ground. Interesting. And then, I mean, not like rot and poison the ground around it, but like just rot and just like, just kind of seep into the ground, just like anything that's in the ground and needs to be, is ready to die, you know. Um, I'm trying to speak into my tablet and it keeps picking you up. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It keeps picking up what I'm saying. Turn the volume down, BB. Um, uh, your your ways of technology is so wild. Exactly. Oh my gosh! Like every time like we'll say Alexa or something that sounds like Alexa, my son's tablet like perks up, and I'm like, girl, I didn't even say your name. Okay, 4 Diamond Bed. Diamond Bay. What's coming towards Diamond Bay in love? What's coming towards Diamond Bay in love? That's why we have Diamond Bay love. Diamond Bay. Diamond Bay in love. Diamond Bay, what you thinking of? Diamond Bay. What's coming towards Diamond Bay in love? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, 5 of Swords. Comparison card. Okay, picking up your losses. Okay, I'm seeing taking your losses, all right? And then we also got the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so what's coming towards you in love? It's looking like there is something new. This is a new experience that's coming towards you in love. Okay, but it might seem like, eh, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay, take it how it resonates, but that's the feeling behind it. Okay, something unexpected that comes out, something that doesn't compare to your other relationships and connections. Okay, um, so a brand new love, a new way to communicate, communicating with this person, and the two of you communicating in a way that helps to refine your power, that helps to strengthen you. Also, you there's a person coming towards you that you have a lot to learn from, logically, spiritually, and emotionally. You have a lot to learn from this person, and uh, you you gain a lot from this person, but then it's almost like there it's looking like there's like a back and forth that's coming. Okay, because with the Five of Swords, there's a sense of defeat, and not defeat forever, but this looks like this person, whatever this person is teaching you, is helping you to defeat your past, and to helping you to defeat the people that you have connected with in a romantic and intimate way, and not like defeat, but helping you to clear the past. Okay, helping you to clear disappointment. And I was just like, girl, what are you talking about, right? 22 on the clock. But seriously, this is what's coming towards you in love. This is like a really deep connection that's coming towards you, a connection that will help you to become stronger, that will help you to step more into your goddess self, into your power, a connection that doesn't compare to anything that you've been through before, a connection that seems a little uncanny, a connection that you might feel the need to initially kind of just brush off, like oh you're nice, okay, like oh that's cute, like yeah we do have that in common, that's all right, that's cool, that's what's up. I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe I'll see you around. But this person has so much more to offer. So be aware of those people, and be aware of those kinds of interactions. Okay? Because you might find yourself like brushing off somebody who is just like, that doesn't seem like the kind of person that I would usually date. But they were really nice. And that's gonna be the person. Like that's gonna be the person. It's just like, I mean, like we do have stuff in common. Like, and I mean, I like you. I like talking to you. Like, you're cool. And I don't know, it's something about you. Like, hmm. But you're just not the kind of guy that I would usually date. That's the kind of person that's about to come into your life. Whew. Mary. Okay. Um. Sorry, I call him Mary. Sometimes I say Jesus, but sometimes I say Mary. I don't know why. But anyway. Okay, be aware of those kind of different kind of people who are offering you, and that's the point of this card, who are offering you some kind of emotional satiety and some emotional stability, but you're just kind of caught up in your own feelings and caught up in your own stuff. Okay, this person is going to bring a swift transformation into your life, and they're going to cause an ego death in your world as well. Okay, don't be scared of ego deaths. Ego deaths are fun, especially when you realize, oh, this is making me a better person. Like, I mean, every time I go through an ego death, I'm like, oh, spirit, like, why? Like, and they're like, we're getting rid of all the muck and all the junk and all the dumb stuff so that you can vibrate higher. Okay. Let's see. Uh, that shit was flying. What was flying? The card? um, uh, I'm crazy. I didn't turn you down. I just kept speaking. It's always just picking up your words and my words. You're so silly, baby. Hey, Anna, happy Mother's Day. Do I have any cards? I think Anna has 4 cards here. Yes, you do. I have 4 cards here. Happy Mother's Day. You laughing at this kind of different person that comes to your life where you're just like, yeah, I mean, you're cool, I guess, we're a lot of common with. And then the next time you come across that person, it's gonna be like, huh, like, and they kind of engage you in this conversation, and you're talking. You're like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, you're shooting the breeze like a good friend. And then once it's time to go, it's gonna be like, all right, well, bye. It's gonna be like, huh, we talked for a ridiculous amount of time. We talked for like a really, really long time. Like I haven't emailed a person for that long in a long time, or I haven't spoken to a person for that long in a long time. Huh. All right, well, whatever. I mean, they cool. But that's the one. That's the one. Spirits is. It's gonna take you a little while to realize it, Diamond. And there's just gonna be this moment. I'm seeing there's gonna be a profound moment, and this might happen a year or two into the future. Okay, take it how it resonates and be patient. And also, the energy can always change. Okay, so there might be this point over the next couple of years where you're having this conversation. It's just like they're just engaging you and enticing you. It's like, I like you, and like I don't know why, but like I feel like I mean I don't know, like it like am I in love with you, like what? And this person's gonna be kind of like, I mean, I feel the same. Okay, you're welcome, Anna. I see 4. Garcia, excuse me. How's Christopher feeling towards having kids together? Does he want one too? Because I'm feeling kind of feeling, but I don't know. Okay. How is Christopher? Is that one question or 2 questions? Let me know. How's Christopher feeling towards having kids with Anna? How's Christopher feeling towards having kids with Anna? The Emperor. He feels like he can do it. Okay. I could do it. Is what I'm hearing him feeling like. I can do this. All right. And so wow, interesting. He feels like that will give him a sense of freedom. Having more kids will give him a sense of freedom. And I was like, huh? But also the Emperor card is the rebel, and he's feeling like as long as I get to raise my kids the way that I want to raise my kids, and nobody is walking all over me or making me feel like I'm doing it wrong. Okay, that's how he's feeling about having kids together. Also, you got the receptivity energy as the underlying energy. Okay, and so in the undertone, subconsciously, he wants it. Like he's feeling open and very receptive to having children, as long as I could do it my own way. As long as I could do it the way that I want to do it, and whoever I'm having kids with respects the way that I want to raise my kids. Okay, because it's looking like he's had relationships, or the relationship where it's like they have different views of how to raise kids and stuff. Is one question. Okay, how can my financial get better? Okay, for Anna, how could she help her finances get better? For Anna, how can Anna help her finances get better? Anna, how can Anna help her finances get better? 2 of Cups. Forge a deeper relationship with the people at work, with your boss and with your supervisors. Okay, create such a situation that they can completely trust you, that you can work together, that you can collaborate. on work, and that the two of you are seeing eye to eye, because this is the friendliness card, remember. And it's not, this card doesn't just have to do with love. This is a really strong business card as well. Okay, so creating very close ties with your work relationships, with your bosses and supervisors. Okay, interesting. Got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, and that's the big institutions. Okay, so the big institution of work and of career, uh, teaching teaching and learning in the workspace, teaching your bosses something, even if you are like going home and like doing research on productivity methods, or doing research on bookkeeping methods. I know you work in productivity, or doing research on the machines that you use in the factory, or like putting in some serious work at home, doing research, or even if you are like, if you like have some like legit information and like some legitimate advice, like offering that advice up and backing it up, like, yeah, so here I was reading up about the PP40. PP40 is a machine I used to work on. It's definitely not in the kind of factory that you're working in, but it's in a trash factory where I used to work. It was a really great job anyway. But yeah, I was reading up about the PP40, and like, did you know that if you calibrate it like da 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 da, then it moves faster, and it also encourages the workers to move faster. Okay, so yes, engage with your superiors, and give them information that they could use, and be like, yeah, oh, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. Like, look, I looked it up here, or here's the book that I was researching on, and it says it right here, and this is by Dr. So and so. Like, um all right, that's one way to help your financials get better. So learn some information and teach them at work, and be open and willing to learn from the people who are teaching you at work as well. He says that will help him change to become a better man, but I'd like to see it first, right? Exactly, because I ain't popping out no more kids if you just gonna keep on your bullshit, right? But yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, he said I could do it as long as I could do it in my own way. I see. Unboxing meat in a box, and it's hard work because I have to catch every piece before it goes by, right? And so, how does that machine work? How does productivity work in your line of work? Okay. Um, what are methods that help build rapport in the workplace, so that people are encouraged to work faster? Management skills, people skills, team building skills. These are the kinds of things. You're the machine. These are the kind of things, okay? It's hard because I have to catch every piece before it goes by. So you're working on a conveyor belt, right? If you're working on a conveyor belt, then there's a machine that's pushing that conveyor belt. Okay. And so, but think broadly. Okay. Do find out what kind of machine that is. How we can make it move faster or slower, and create more productivity. How can we make this a happier workplace? There's so many different levels. Whatever you are engaged in, whatever changes you want to see. Do you want the machine to move faster or slower? Are you cool with it moving as fast and as slow as it's moving? Do you want your workplace to be happier and more cohesive, and everybody getting together, getting along, and being more of a team, instead of people being catty and telling on you behind your back? Okay, do you want that? Then look up methods, do research on those kinds of methods, and bring them to the boss. Okay, and make sure you record, so that They, record in your pocket, make a voice recording so that you have proof that it was your idea. Okay, unless there's something in your contract or in your work environment that says that you can't record, please don't get yourself in trouble. um, Always some way to increase productivity in any job. Yes, all those skills. Yep. You go to the boss with that information, armed with something to back it up. They'll give you a raise. And if you like keep going to them with that kind of stuff that actually works, that they implement, they'll move you up. That's the American dream, right? You work as hard as you can, and the people who move up, they go home and they do research on that kind of stuff. Some of them move up because they're blackmailing their bosses, but but that paradigm is phasing out, so we don't have to worry about that stuff very much anymore, right? um yes, I can record. Okay, good. There you go. Make sure you record that meeting with your boss when you give them that bright idea that you should get a raise for, or that you should get moved up for. You feel me? Exactly. Make that money, girl. Like, there's no limit on how high you can go. There's no reason why. There's no specific reason why you can't make a suggestion. Except fear of being rejected or fear of them saying, "Oh no, that's not." Because let me tell you something. A long time ago, I worked at this cafe here in my town, and it was like just opening. And so they were still open to ideas and trying to figure out different ways to do stuff. And I asked them, I was like, people are just throwing their cans in the trash can. I'm like, is there a way that we can recycle? Like, is there a way that we can like create a recycle bin, or that would be better for the environment? He was like, yeah, but where are we going to put it? And just like shut my idea down. I was just like, okay, well, never mind. But then years later, they figured it out. Okay. And so go in there instead of just, oh, what if we do this? And then have them shut it down. Be prepared to be shut down. And they'd be like, oh, well, actually, this is what my proposal is all about. I mean, I was just doing research on exactly where we can put the bins, or on different kinds of layouts. I was looking at at the the furniture website for this kind of place. Like, what are they called? Structures. I was looking at a website for structures for restaurants. I know you don't work in a restaurant. uh, uh, I was looking at this website for structures that have these bins, that they're easy to hide, and you could put them in one place. You could put them under the cupboard. Like, tell them, okay, make sure you have all your information. Absolutely, and follow up with an email. Right? Yep, exactly. So did you think about that? Because I was talking to a friend who works over at this factory, and they said they implemented that and their productivity is up like 200%. And your boss getting these emails and stuff is gonna be like, let me check in, let me call. Hey, factory, da 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 da. Da. How are your numbers, or how are their numbers? Oh yeah, their productivity has been up 200%. Oh damn, Anna was right. Huh? Or did you look into that information? Like, I just wanted to follow up, and thank you for taking the time to read this. I'm just interested in our workplace being more productive, or being more safe, or being more cohesive. They like that shit, bosses. Um, some customers will not shop somewhere if they don't recycle. It's true. It's true. And that was a bougie ass cafe I worked at, and so people wanted to recycle. you know, Man. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go here soon because tomorrow's Monday. I gotta take young King to school in the morning. It feels like these weeks are just flying by. But yeah, I'm out. I love y'all so very much. Stay in your time zone of creation. Keep creating for the highest good of all of humanity. If it's working for humanity, it'll work for you. Thank you for your continued love and support. I will probably be back tomorrow night. If not, you'll see me sometime. They totally like that shit, exactly. Yeah, you'll see me at some point. I love you so very much. Have a beautiful moment, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.